It's me, the autistic Gen X software developer with anxiety and depression, but some call me Tim. And I wanted to talk today about being lazy is sometimes about needing to know why or finding out why. If there's something I don't like to do, like clean the cat litter box, because it's gross, it doesn't matter. I have to do it. I can't not do it. It's very, very obvious what would happen if I stopped cleaning the litter box. And forget about the revolt from the cats around here. My wife would have killed me due to the smell. Look, way before the cats ever mobilized against me. Like, that's not going to happen. But then other times, there are things that I'd have to do during the day, and I think, is this really necessary? Like, can I just let this go? Does it matter? And sometimes it does. Sometimes, though, it doesn't. I may have been doing a thing for forever. This has happened in the past where my wife says something in passing, and I just take that as written in stone, and I must do that from now on. And I do this irritating thing, even though I don't know why I'm doing it, because she told me it was important. And then 2 years later, she'll say, "Hey, I was just curious. Why do you do that thing?" Like, what? Because you told me to. So he's like, "I did? Oh, no, I didn't." Like, oh my God, I've been doing this for 2 years, hating it every day because you mentioned it. I remember you don't remember it. You don't care. So that happens enough. You start thinking to yourself, well, okay, I do this thing every week or whatever it is, and I hate doing it. So I'm just going to stop and see if she notices or says anything. This is probably not the best way to do it, but if I ask her, I go, "Hey, you told me 6 months ago or whatever that you really wanted me to do such and such." If I remind her, she'll be like, "Oh, yeah, sure. That's what I said." But if I just stop doing it and she doesn't notice, then if I had mentioned it, she would think of it and go, "Oh, yeah, you have to do that." It does backfire sometimes when I don't do a thing, and my wife doesn't say anything for, say, a month. And then she goes, "Fine, and she's fucking doing it. I'm like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Well, I guess I'm going to have to take care of this myself because you're not going to do it." And, ooh, that hurts. But two, I'm like, I know I have to do it. I'm just sort of doing an experiment, a sociology experiment, just to see if you actually care about this thing. So yeah, I do that a lot. And it's not just stuff with my wife. I do it with everything. It's like if somebody tells me, "Well, you have to do X, Y, Z," I'm not the kind of person that says, "Oh, yeah, well, I'm not gonna." Like, I don't have a problem with people telling me to do things. I don't get snarky like that or just say, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to defy everything you say." Other people in my family are like that. That's not me. But what I do is I say, "Well, I know you told me to do this thing, but do I? Let me just not do it and see what happens." And sometimes it's bad. Like the cat litter, I know what will happen. I don't have to stop. But there's other things where I'm like, what if I just don't? And we're supposed to do this thing. I don't have any examples right now, but you need to mow the lawn. What if I don't? Well, then it gets out of hand and you can't see the dog poop. And the little dog can't even walk through the grass because it's tickling his wee-wee or he's hiding. And so he just starts shitting in the house. And so, not to mention, it looks terrible. And if you let it go too long, it's impossible to actually mow it. You have to raise the mower up and constantly back up. And it's just a pain in the butt. But I found that out by not doing the yard for a while, and it's like, well, I'm supposed to do this thing. What if I just don't? Like, does it matter? Sometimes it doesn't matter. But I would not know unless I tried it because I think most people are dumb. I don't want to feel that way, but I do. Sorry, most people. Obviously, you're watching my channel, so you're part of the smart people because you wouldn't be here if you were a dummy. But I do feel like people are dumb. Okay, so here's the thing. When I was a kid, third grade, there was a joke, and the joke was you took, keep in mind it's third grade, right? But you took a pencil and you rubbed it on your finger, right? You rub it until it was like all like pencil. It's not lead, but pencil, whatever this stuff is in the pencil. I would say carbonite, but that's Star Wars. That's not carbon. I don't know. But anyway, you would rub all this shit on your hand so it could make a smudge, and then you would say to somebody, "Hey man, you got something on your nose," and you wipe their nose, and you're actually putting a smudge on their nose instead of taking it off, right? This can entertain a third grade boy for weeks. Okay. So I did this. We were doing it to each other, and I got in trouble. And so I got sent to the principal's office, and I don't think I ever got to see the principal, but I was waiting, and there was someone, I remember an adult, and I asked them, I'm like, I don't understand why I'm in trouble. And they said, well, because you could poke their eye out with the pencil. And I was confused. I'm like, no, I'm not rubbing it's like, do you think that I'm rubbing this sharpened ass pencil on their nose to what? Like, how dumb are you? You don't even know why I'm in trouble. Like, are you, again, it's just as a kid, like, are you stupid? I do remember that third grade. That was when it occurred to me that adults are dumb and maybe don't listen to them. And so I stopped. Third grade, I stopped listening to people and just figured out myself. Oh yeah, can't be late. Why not? You can't take your own food into the movie theater. Yeah, what if I hide it? What happens? Turns out nothing. Although when you open a soda in a theater, right when all the sound goes off, it's very loud, and everybody in the theater is like, "Mom, there's somebody just snuck in a soda, man." But can you? Yeah. What if you, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but like, if I don't check the mail for a few days, does it matter? It did, because someone would steal it. So then what's lazy? Well, get a locking mailbox. Now I don't have to check it every day, and I'm not worried. That's what I'm talking about. Things like that. But yeah, so occasionally I will, because I think people just don't know what they're doing. When somebody says, well, you have to do a thing, I'm like, yeah, but why? I want to see. It goes back to like the cooking that I talked about in a previous video, where I just try things to see what happens. And a lot of times I need to do the thing the wrong way to figure out why we do it the right way, because I don't believe the person telling me that you have to do it this way has any idea. I think maybe they were just told that because their parents and their parents and their parents, and they just do that. It's tradition, and they don't know why. And if you don't do it their way, you're crazy. So yeah, I think adults are dumb. And so when I'm supposed to do something, occasionally I'll just stop doing it to see if my wife says anything. Sometimes it backfires. But there's a lot of things that I don't have to do anymore that she doesn't even remember she told me, or she just gave up, like, I'm not going to do it. I don't know if that's a win. Maybe if she sees this video, it's bad. But anyway, I think that's all I got time for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do your part for the algorithm, not to make me tons of money. That's not happening, but to get this video out so other people can find it. Maybe it'll help somebody. Share it with a friend. Show it to somebody and go, this guy's dumb. Check this out. I don't know. Do something. Help me out here. Help the world. All right. Peace.